Alright, y'all can see I am in Californication in Ontario at the Petro. I'm going to turn this around and talk for a minute. It's going to be my Sunday Rambles. Tell y'all what's going on. What's up, people? I got to brush your hair. I'm on my way in here to Petro. Try to do some laundry real quick before I got to roll out with this load. That might not happen. Alright, so I want to do some shout outs. First shout out is to Les Truck. I think it's L-E-Z Truck. You talked about the new truck comment that they give them out to new drivers for insurance purposes. I don't understand why you would do that. Most trucking companies give the new drivers crap. So I don't know what veteran told you that. Maybe they do it because they, I don't know. I just can't see them giving a new, I think what has happened, I know in the fleet that I'm in, they are getting rid of a lot of they had a lot of 2016 and older. So I know they were getting rid of a lot of those trucks, and I guess they leased the trucks under the company I'm with, and then they turn them back in after so many miles, which is a smarter move in some cases. Other companies may buy them and just band-aid fix them until the dang things don't work or they fall apart. That's not always the best move either, but I have no idea. It's asinine. Lewis Shelton, you made a comment, and we're going to come back to you, about becoming the trucking school instructor. And I know you joined a few weeks back. I have no intentions on doing that. I after having the geniuses in the truck that I had, and knowing that a lot of those people came from my company's school, the company that I'm with, their school is only 3 weeks long. And in that 3 weeks, they have to get like permit, license, test out, and drive. So what I found out from the 18-year-old veteran that was pussy whipped, I'm sorry, I'm just going to go there. What I found out from him is that, because they don't tell us that's how long that school is. When I found out, I was like, oh my God, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, I would have tore up a whole bunch of stuff in 3 weeks. I would have tore up so much stuff, it ain't funny. What they do is they put them on our truck, and then we're basically doing what my 6-month trucking school did for me. I'm trying to teach you everything from rolling landing gear, connecting, glad hands, sliding. The girl, the Nigerian chick, she didn't know nothing about sliding the tandems. She didn't even know how to put the glad. She like this with the glad hand. I'm like, baby, what you doing? They did not teach them nothing in the trucking school. Basically, I guess just get in and drive. And even that was questionable for her. So he told me that trucking school is not meant, it's not set up. The way they have this company's trucking school, it's not set up for new drivers. If it's an experienced driver who's been out the industry for a while, great. 3 weeks is enough for you to get back into the groove of things. I agree. But if it's something beyond that, no, it's not set up for that. So no, I have zero intentions, and thank you for all the information, because you gave me a great deal of information. Yeah, I have zero intentions. It was not, I was being joking. I have zero intentions. Dealing with one butthole is enough. Dealing with 5, 6 buttholes I'm so cool. And people don't have the same work ethic that I grew up with. So I'm good. I'm not doing that. But thank you. Black Nation TV, thank you for watching, but me and you gonna be talking. So these are my shout outs, but I'm gonna come back to you because you already know. Your comment, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to come back to it. Okay, I'm going to come back to it because there's some stuff going on. And I might not last the end of the year either. Vicky Murray, Truck Driver Life. You also are with CDL Lady. You guys joined, so thank you for joining. And you commented, Cummies, hell no. Hell no. For me, the furthest east I like to drive is Pennsylvania, everything west thereof. So the states that I don't like anything on the far east. When it goes past Pennsylvania, I'm done. The other thing I don't like is I hate Cali. I don't like Cali Southern. Cali Northern, I'm cool with. Cali Southern, I hate. I don't like the mentality of the drivers. I don't like the congestedness. I don't like that most of the places you deliver to in Southern Cal are tight as hell and are not geared for these trucks. They're geared for day cabs or yard goats. Most of them are even barely yard goats. So yeah, I'm so cool on it. Plus Southern Cal is just not trucker friendly. Northern Cal is building truck stops right now. I don't know if you guys know that. There's a lot of truck stops in Northern Cal. And once you get up I-5 on 99, you switch over to 99, 99 has a crap load of truck stops as you're heading north. But Southern Cal, they don't like us at all. They're just dicks. I don't want anything to do with them. Lana Bolo, thank you for joining. Katie Thomas, thank you for joining. CDL Lady, which is also Truck Driver Life, Vicky Murray, thank you for joining. Cloud7543, thank you for joining. Hanson Family Hanson, thank you for joining. John Shaggy, Shay, not sure, it's Chege. Thank you for joining. T Parsons 2270. Thank you for joining. Trackers and a Jordan. You said you enjoyed the videos. Thank you. I'm happy you enjoyed it because I'm a nut. Sometimes you get my nut side, and I am a nut. Very sarcastic. I tried. And I do have butthole moments. I come from 2 buttholes. Most of my parents are kind of buttholes. I hate to say it, but I'm just real. And so I come from 2 buttholes. Anyway, I'm getting on here. Hopefully wash this laundry. Real quick, this video, I don't want to be long because I got stuff to do. Oh, I'm going to show y'all this. I got this. Okay, so my shirts, I fold them up. You see they're not too wrinkled, right? A lot of times on the truck, because you have to fold stuff, we don't iron. I see truckers come in there, and some of y'all look a hot-ass mess. I'm just going to say, just because we drive a truck don't mean we have to look a hot-ass mess. I seen some that are just absolutely filthy. Y'all ain't working in a damn oil field. I understand being filthy in the oil field. I understand filthy with the train. I don't understand filthy sitting in a damn seat. I see some that look like they wear the same dirty clothes for 5 days in a row. The hell? Downey. I know I'm doing a commercial. Hi, this is Downey Wrinkle Releaser. No. Just mess with you. If you don't have it, you can't iron and your truck takes too long, which is insanity. If I see you up in the iron and I know something's wrong with you. You want the wrinkles out? Walmart, Downey Wrinkle Releaser. And what you could do is if like when you go in the shower, I have like a little small spray bottle that gets you for hair. I pour some of this in there. And if I take my clothes and I have them rolled up in the bag, and it knocks the wrinkles right on out. Yeah, dude. I showed this to the Nigerian chick because she's leaning back on her shirt trying to make it like a little shirt that she put on top of another shirt, trying to get the wrinkles out. I said, here, use this. Oh my God, Shannon. I mean, it was so quick. What they call? Downey Wrinkle Release. All right, let's get into it. So I'm here at Petro in Ontario. I may go in here and see if I can wash. I'm looking at the time right now, 11 to 12, 12 to 1. I had to pick up a load here at 1 o'clock, 1:30. 11 to 12, 12 to 1. I'm probably going to head out of here in an hour, so maybe I'm not going to wash. Probably going to go in here and grab something to eat then, because I just realized how late I took too long with what I was doing. There's usually 45 minutes to wash and then 45 minutes to dry, and you got to fold everything up. So, I don't know, 11 to 12. 11 to 12, 12 to 1. I might be able to do an hour and a half. We'll see. Make this video real quick. So, I've been sitting here on the BS. I'm just going to be honest. They sent me down here with the load, that load that came in, and the heart attack man load, which I think the man was dead in the truck. That dude was probably dead in his truck. And because 3 days, I thought about it, and 3 days would probably be just about enough time for the truck to air out. And then they want you to go up there and detach it and go get the load. So I think they probably found that person dead in his truck. And the ambulance was come just to get the damn body. That's what I get. That's what I get a feeling of. I could be wrong, but that's what I get a feeling of. Let me find out. So yesterday they sent me. I did a load as a favor, and I told y'all what favor means. Favor usually means bend over, touch your toes. We're gonna screw you in your butt. Okay. When trucking companies tell you favor, that's usually what the hell it means. It means they're gonna screw you over. I met a driver the prior night who works under this account for the DM. Or I call her my backup DM that I did the favor for. And he's been with the company 30 years. He schooled me on a lot of stuff that I had already suspected. But then even more stuff, and I don't think he really has put all the puzzle pieces together. The company I'm with, I think they were financially mismanaged. I mean, that's just really it. And some of what he was saying, that's exactly what I gather. With that being said, they're in trouble. And so they're trying to bounce back from the mismanagement, okay? They're trying to bounce back from this mismanagement. You can't, he's trying to beg for some money. You can't, like I'm on the phone. Y'all up here panhandling. You trying to beg for money. I'm good. You can't, the word I want to use. You can't try to bounce back easy depending on the level of the mismanagement of funds. And I'm pretty sure it was heavily mismanaged. So to my Black TV person that we were talking, I just saying about some of what you put in your comments with the issues with that company, it's bigger than what you can even know, but you're feeling it on the end. So your move to get out of the company is a smart move. The micromanagement, because they sending me the message about now wanting to have the driver management call you every day and talk to you. What they're trying to do is they're basically bleeding drivers. So it could be micromanagement, but it also may mean they're just freaking bleeding drivers. And I think it's the latter. I don't think it's the micromanagement as much as they're bleeding drivers. Because our fleet managers, like, we want your driver manager to call you every day and just build that relationship with you. That's a corporate strategy. And that corporate strategy is meant to, a lot of times, either retain customers or retain employees or both. We used to use it in the call centers. We used it in different companies I managed for. And it was, hey, man, you build this, I'm going to be your buddy, your friend. They ain't your buddy, your friend can give a flying damn about you, okay? It's BS, okay? They don't care in most cases. I mean, some they may build a relationship with, but some of it is very false. You're 100% correct. And they're doing that because right now, I don't believe it's so much, well, I think it's a both, but more so they're bleeding drivers. And if you're bleeding drivers, you cannot retain customers. I found out from the gentleman that I had talked to the other night that they had a yard out in the Nogales area, which I absolutely hated. He said, and I remember that yard even back in 2010 was packed. He said that yard is not a lot of freight on it anymore because they lost so many of their damn customers. I was like, but also I ran into another driver for an entirely different company who said, yeah, I heard the company that took y'all over is taking most of your major companies. Not shocked. Not shocked. They're not as in bad a shape as this company was left in. So I'm not shocked. In addition, you still got some house cleaning to do. The problem is you can't come in and throw everybody out because you got to gradually replace everybody. And to try to find qualified people to do the job when you had a whole bunch of unqualified people or people who are so entrenched in a mindset, it tends to bite you in the butt, okay? It's unfortunate what has happened to this company. Do I know if it's going to fail or not? I don't know. Right now, though, my gut, everything in me, even my best friend and me, we had a talk this morning, everything in me is saying run, don't walk. And it could be because I don't know if they're at the closing door stages, but it feels so desperate, a lot of what they're doing now. And I don't know if the desperation is proving themselves to the company that they merged with in order to keep jobs, or proving themselves in order to keep drivers because they're just trying to keep the doors open. And when you get in that situation, what you don't want is to go, so you don't want to stay with them long enough to where then all the doors are shut. And then you sitting up ass out like they did with Yellow in the middle of Timbuktu on a load and you can't even fuel the truck. I don't know if it's going to go to that extent. The problem in America right now, well, problem and plus, there are industries that run this country. Transportation, medical, what's the other one? It's transportation, medical, finance. If any of those industries fail, we are in trouble. So oftentimes what we saw happen with the banks, with the whole housing crap and all the shady McLaughlin stuff that they did, and we bailed them out because they had to bail them out. They didn't have a choice, whether you liked it or not. What they did was really almost the only solution, because had they let it fail, we would be economically devastated. But not only us, the world, because there were other institutions, other countries that had invested in our banking, our financial system. And we saw it was a ripple effect, what took place in America. It didn't only affect us. It affected other countries that had invested in us. It was huge, all the shady McLaughlin greedy stuff they were doing in business. Okay? You have to understand, that's business. So when you're on a smaller scale working for a business who has had probably some shady McLaughlin stuff happen with their money, you're going to feel it. So now I'm trying to be your buddy because I'm trying to salvage my job. Whatever I got to do. If I got to talk to you every day because my boss tell me to talk to you every day. I told my, I don't need to talk to her every day. I said, you got shit to do. I got shit to do. I don't want to talk to her every day. She can call my phone because that's her job to do it. Don't mean I'm going to answer the phone. We have to be very careful. And I mean this. We have to be very careful as to... We need to be careful. You just need to be very, very careful as to, what's the word I want to use? You need to be careful. And be very careful when it comes down to staying with companies who you know might not make it. I don't know if they're going to make it. I think they're going to need maybe a hand. I think they're trying to pull themselves out. But we're seeing the cuts are too deep. I mean, they got cuts where the shop is no longer 24/7. I've never worked for a company, especially one this large, where your maintenance shop is not 24/7. That means that your equipment is not going to be maintained at the same level. Right now, it's simple. My lights up here. I got 3 lights up here. You got your map light, which is usually your red light. They don't have any red light bulbs. You got a good chunk of your fleet that are Freightliners. I don't know too many trucks that don't have normally a colored map bulb because you're using it at night to see your map. That's what it's there for. Or to read something. Oftentimes, unfortunately, while you're driving, because we multitask. Maybe you have instructions written down somewhere. It's not logical. Issues, lots of little issues when it comes to what I have seen in conjunction with what's going on. And I'm getting tired. The load that I've been on, they tried to give me local stuff yesterday. I've been only getting like 300-400 miles every day or whatever. I can't. I like long, give me a long run and leave me the hell alone. But I'm actually okay. This one is taking me from California to Arizona. But I don't want to do a bunch of whole little California day cab stuff. You need to pay people for that. And you need to pay them big money. And yeah, you can give me $200 one time. But $200... You know, 150, I'll give you 150. No, that ain't shit. That's why if I'm going to do a day cab, I'm going to do a day cab in my state. Day cab work in my state or in my father's state and be home with family and friends. I'm not going to be in another state doing day cab bullshit. God forgive me. I'm irritated. So, you know, I'm coming to my head. I'm going to keep packing and talk to Joe. I'm going to get the truck fully packed up here. I'm dealing with the headhunter again. The company I am looking at, one of our guys belongs to, she said, I can have you in orientation Monday. And so I may end up leaving ahead of the end of the year. I was trying to stay till the end of the year, but I may do a 30-day and be gone, try to find something else. I'm also thinking about doing local in my father's city. There's a small trucking company that does, I think it's United Grocer. And they do United Grocer in the Texas area, and you'd be home like 2 or 3 days off a week. And for me, that would be good enough for what I'm trying to do at this point, because it would give me time to handle some stuff, and expenses would be low. I could probably eat over the road a different way because I wouldn't have to. I could fix myself and take with me, and you just be doing the United Grocers in the area. So that's an option as long as I don't have to unload the truck. If I don't have to, I don't want anything where I have to touch freight. But I'm leaning that way. Thought about the people at my I call my play family. My place says she actually even, one of her friends works for one of the companies that deals with the elderly, and it's through the local city. It is a union job, and you're basically driving elderly and anybody who's like elderly or handicapped around, and it's through the local busing company. It's a union job, and she makes like $30 an hour. I'm leaning towards that too. At this point, I love doing OTR, but the OTR companies, it's just too much trucking game. And in this company, I don't know if it's incompetence or if it's game. So when you're talking about, like, you weren't getting, Black Nation, you weren't getting the miles, oftentimes with the company you're with, since it's a starter company, they play the mileage game trying to force you into becoming a trainer, so then they give you a bunch of miles, but it's biting them in the butt. It's just like the 3-day thing. I had a straight up conversation. I'm like, look, if I get my stuff off the truck for 3 days, my intentions aren't to come back to your company. This is like your second home. If I got to unload, it's like a little apartment on wheels. If I have to unload all my crap off this truck, put it in storage, go stay with family, and then wow, that's slip seat. You should hire slip seat drivers. And I talked to Trucker Bill about it. He said, if you take your shit off that truck, don't put your shit back on that truck. He said, that's some slip seat bullshit. I said, I know what it is. Quote unquote, God forgive me for swearing today, but quote unquote, that's what he said. I said, I know what it is. And if you don't know what slip seat is, it's basically you drive for a week, you have a duffel bag, you share that truck with another driver, you drive for a week, that driver gets it the next week, and or a slip seat can be you drive the day shift, they drive the night shift, and y'all share the truck. Basically, it's 2 people driving, and you're not driving the whole time, but you're home more. That's slip seat. It means that you're not doing like I'm doing, where you're permanently on this truck for periods at a time. I don't like slip seat. That's not what I want to do. The other thing, they're doing that for that reason, and they talking about miles, but yet you only gave me 300 miles here, 300 miles there. I'm not going to play the game. And don't think because you sent me this thing about being an instructor, I'm going to lean towards that. I'm not. I have zero desire to work for their school. I just don't. I think the whole schooling program that they have needs to be revamped. It's horrid. What you're producing is horrid. Because I had several of their students on my truck, and I'm good. I'm so good. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad for a starter company, but if you're going to deal with mature drivers, you got to come different. You can't be talking about, I got to get your crap off the truck. Then I'm saying, oh, well, that's drivers who were abusing it when I talked to your boss. Well, then, if that was the case, you need to talk to the drivers abusing it. You put a blanket statement out to all of your fleet. And now when I go to your terminal here in Yoruba, I'm wondering why you got 30 trucks that look like they all been turned in. When normally you don't see a lot of trucks on that yard. There's so many trucks sitting on that yard turned in, I couldn't even pick my teeth up. Folks was like, middle finger. And I ran into another driver that I saw when I was there. He says, you still doing the mentor thing? I said, no. He said, well, I'm getting ready to leave. He said, so it's good seeing you and thank you for the advice. I said, leave where? He said, I'm leaving the company altogether. He said, they ain't giving me enough miles and not enough money, and it's too much BS. Now, when a trucking company ain't giving you miles and there's a 200,000 driver shortage, there's a problem. Even if you're not the fastest driver, you can get certain runs that will fit your driving style. There's a problem. There's a problem. So, to my people, yeah, so there may be some changes coming before the end of the year. I'm going to be reviewing a lot here. I'm going to go ahead and ride with them while I'm out here for now, because me and my driver manager are going to have a come to Jesus meeting Monday. Because this weekend, I said yesterday, I didn't do anything. They were trying to get me to do a local Cali run. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Because normally when I finish a run, I have another run to go. They didn't give me anything. I was like, okay. Then later in the day, oh, we need help with this 5. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not a local driver. This is not a day cab. And where I had to take this truck to get the load that I got for the McDonald's load is meant for day cabs. It's not really meant for these trucks. I'm avoiding fire hydrants and poles and backing into this little ass spot. No. Mm-mm. And then in this neighborhood, no, I'm good. Anyway, the Joe's calling me, y'all. Be blessed. And I will talk to y'all later. I'll be posting this in a few minutes. What's up, people? I'll cut the hair. I don't know if I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to have to put something on it to try to make it go darker. A lot going on. So, This weekend has been interesting, and I think my time is coming to an end. When I came in, they gave me like this little 300-mile run. Well, about 400 miles, 400 miles from Phoenix to Cali to the place I'm picking up, and then this load is gonna go to Casa Grande. They've been telling us, oh, we're gonna get you more miles and your home time and all this other stuff. Then they said, I know they, one of the driver managers, I like her. She asked me, could I do her a favor and do a local run, pay me $204 for it, and plus the miles. Trust me, it was worth the $204 when you dealt with the back end I had to do. The fire hydrant in front of the damn dock with the metal poles that you can't hit, but you got to use the space up right next to it. So you got to have somebody spot you, otherwise you're going to tear the damn poles up, but you could already see some poles that already been hit. Then I had to go to the other place, which I've been to, Golden State Food before. And I tell them, because I'm supposed to keep this trailer, because I had to find a whole other trailer from the one she gave me. Told them to keep the pallets. Well, today I'm coming to get my load, and because I couldn't see all the way in the back at night, when I went to close the door, I said, you take the pallets? Yeah, I'm just trusting the dude did it, okay? The other guy who was there, who's on her fleet, he said, hey, just put her pallets on my truck. They put them all the way back to the back wall, so I couldn't see them at night. And I said, you get them? Yeah. So when I looked back there, and it was still... because it's a refrigerator, it was still the fog from the refrigeration. I couldn't see any pallets. I closed the door. I just saw the load lock laying on the ground. So I'm thinking, okay, they clean. Everything looked clean. Go back there. These damn people left all the pallets on there. And I can't get the pallets off. They stacked to the ceiling. I'm short. I'm like 5'2". Okay? So I can't get all the damn pallets down. I just to start pulling pallets, I mean, it fell on my head and scrap. Okay? And I don't know if they have a pallet jack or anything else out there, and I mean floor to ceiling pallets, okay? So I took the trailer, dropped it off at the damn yard. Happy yesterday I didn't deal with the dumb stuff, because yesterday they tried to get me to do another load. They did, because normally after I get done with a load, they give me another load, okay? Instead, they're going to try to give me another local run. Well, another local run. Plus, I had eaten. I tried the buffet again. It was good, but it did give me the bubbles. So I had bubble guts. And I think it was more the sushi. Might have been the oysters, because I love fresh raw oysters. It gave me the bubble guts, okay? So they're going to try to say, no, right now, got some med stuff I'm taking, right to me in Imodium. Thank God for the Porta-John. I laid down, between me and the Porta-John laying down. That's how I got through last night, okay? So, at this point, I, going to sleep, send them a message. I sent a email this morning. I said, look, I don't want to do these little California local runs around California. It's not my thing. I need you to give me some miles to the end by the payday. I need miles. So they gave me this run, and it's backing up with a beef run that comes back to San Diego. And then I'm going to tell her what I want her to do is if she can keep me on runs like this, these 300 to 400 miles actually work good for me. And it keeps me between Phoenix and here, because once I get the truck packed up, I'm going to get everything off. I had 30-day personal leave I can do, which I'm going to do. My father's having some stuff taken care of anyway that I need to be there for. I'm going to go and take my butt to Texas, and then while I'm in Texas, I can be looking for my next move. And actually, I already kind of have a feeling I know what my next move is. And then we can do this. I can't. I can't. The truck I have is still pulling right. Like, it's a whole bunch. And I'm 5 years in. I need better. And if I'm not going to get it, if I'm going to get a crappy, it's not a crappy truck. It has some issues. But if I'm going to get a truck with issues, I want to be paid very well to have to do what I've been doing. And I'm not getting paid that. So I'd rather go work for another company that's going to pay me the same money, and not more, and possibly more, and be at home in the bed every night, or every other night, or at least twice a week, or two times on the weekend, at least once a week, or 5 days off, 5 days on, 5 days off, 5 days on. So I'm looking. Yeah, I'm done. Guys, I'm so over it. You have no idea how over it I am. Anywho, y'all be blessed. The kid is done. I'm gonna eat something here, and I usually don't do the soda, but I'm gonna do a soda because I need to chill the hell out. And I'm hungry. I need to take my meds, and I need to get over here and pack up this stuff. And then I bobtail back over here because when I came back, I had to leave. Oh, because they had the pallets on here. I take the trailer all the way back to the terminal, drop it It's throwing codes anyway. And then come back here and I just buy some. Is this a drop hook? Okay, I'm just going to bobtail back. Okay. I would bobtail over here in the first damn place. Bobtail over here. I'm sitting behind the trailer. When they come out, I'm going to take one of the load locks in there and load lock it up and call it a day. That's what we're going to do. Yes, that's what we're doing. Anyway, y'all be blessed. It's that kind of day. And preferably they get done with this because it's supposed to deliver at like 3 in the morning in Casa Grande. 2 and 2. Be blessed. I'm going to put this up. This is my Sunday Angry Rambles. Peace.